On today's Statue Chat, we're going to be talking about my brand new bust obsession. That's up next. Alright guys, welcome back, and like I said at the beginning, I have kind of a bust obsession lately. Get your head out of the gutter. But there's so many life-size busts that have been coming out here recently from companies like Infinity Studio and also Queen Studios, and it has really got me, I guess, perplexed about what I should do with my collection. I am the Batman statue collector. People tune in to this channel to see all of my Batman things that I get. I created my own rule a long time ago because I was so frustrated with wanting every piece that I decided to say, hey, I'm only going to collect Batman. That way I don't get stressed out. It's been stressful just collecting Batman because there's so much Batman out there, so much Batman goodness. But here lately, all of these busts that have been coming out and teased have really got me thinking about my collection. Do I still want to collect Batman items? 100%. Do I also want to collect these busts? Yes. I have said that the busts that are coming out, I want to stick with Marvel and DC. I like Marvel, the MCU, not as much the comic books. I did not read the Marvel comic books growing up. I did read Batman. I guess I did read Spider-Man, so I take that back. But it was always Batman that I read comic-wise. But I learned about Marvel through the MCU. And so I fell in love with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, just like so many other people did. Same year The Dark Knight came out, 2008. And so, from that point on, I've watched every movie. I love them. I love the MCU. And I love the MCU as much as I love collecting Batman. Okay, just as much as I love going to Disney. You know, I'm just that kind of person. I have a lot of other interests outside of Batman. So, the first bust that I saw was the Loki Bust by Queen Studio. I do have a Joker bust. So I already have a life-size bust. I also have my comic book Joker and Batman from Sideshow Collectibles. Two of my favorite pieces in my collection. Busts are weird. Yes, they're only a top half, or just a section of them, but they are so big, and you just get all that detail. It just makes a very big statement. Like I'm looking over at my Batman right now, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. It is, quite frankly, my favorite piece of my collection. Even though I have all these amazing figures with their full bodies, that bust speaks to me. The Joker, I love it. If I had to sell it, I would, or if I needed to. But the Batman one specifically speaks to me. So I have been collecting for a long time. I've been the Batman statue collector for 2.5 years, getting closer to 3. And so I've collected nothing but Batman in that time. I'm fine with that. I still want to collect a whole bunch more Batman stuff. But like I said, these busts have spoken to me. The Loki bust is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Loki is probably my second favorite MCU character next to Iron Man. Iron Man I've always really related to because he's a lot like Batman. He doesn't have a superpower. He just uses his wealth to fight crime or whatever. And so Batman and Iron Man have been my favorites for a really long time. And so I had been considering getting the new Sideshow bust. It's amazing, Mark III, one of my favorite suits. But then I saw that Queen Studio was starting to come out with all this stuff. So, and especially once they started getting the Marvel and DC licenses, that really spoke to me. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. This is something exciting. So, and then I saw the Thanos bust. Instantly, I'm like, oh my God, this has got me excited about collecting. Like, it is just really piqued my interest. I think I was getting, I don't know, I guess a little bit burned out with the hobby, maybe with prices and just, wanting so many different things, trying to collect an entire line of something. But the quality of these busts are just outstanding. Just really, really well done. And so I am trying to justify at this point, and that's why I'm making this video. I am trying to justify whether I should get them or not. Now, they have also since shown a Hulk, which I absolutely love. They have shown a Captain Marvel. Don't love that one. That one I'm not gonna, would not get. They showed a Black Panther. Again, a really amazing piece. I'm not sure if I would put that one in my collection. Not exactly sure. But Thanos and the Hulk and Iron Man, they're coming out with an Iron Man, a battle damaged one. The price is really pretty darn good on that one. So there's all these Avengers pieces. I love the Avengers. Some people say, Chris, why would you do that? You're the Batman guy. Why would you buy these Marvel pieces? Again, I love Marvel. Where would I put it? People say, well, you know, it would ruin your Batcave. Yeah, it would change things. But being the Batman statue collector doesn't mean that I have to just be the Batman statue collector. I can also collect the things that I love and want. Now, I have the staircase right over here that has some room for busts. I could make that a bust area, and then once you enter the Batcave, it would be the Batcave, just like normal. Another issue is the price. These are very, very expensive. I'm also very interested in the Infinity Studios Wonder Woman. Just a phenomenal piece. And I feel like that is kind of the future where we're headed, is hyper-realistic, items, which is quite different than the comic book stuff. But even the comic book stuff is hyper-realistic anymore. Just this last week, having Jason Wires on, explaining the process of the amount of detail, whether you enlarge it or shrink it, it's still going to be that incredible detail. And that's exciting. It's exciting to see that because, and I know there's some people out there that don't like it. Somebody the other day on Facebook was saying that they liked kind of the simplistic, the figures. And without the detail. I like the detail. I think the detail is phenomenal. But as statues get better and better, I just really enjoy that level of realism, I guess. So when it comes to the bust, where do I put it? Sorry, I kind of lost track of my mind there. But I could put the bust in the cove here. It doesn't have to infiltrate the Batcave. But that also is, so if I spend a whole bunch of money on these busts, that leaves me with less money to buy Batman things. So I'm literally at a crossroads. This is keeping me up at night. This is why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to kind of talk it out with you guys. I'm anxious to hear your opinion about these. I have posted that question in my group, and no matter what question I post, I always get kind of a 50-50 answer. People that hate the idea or love the idea. I am not in the market to ever sell my items. I collect because I love the art. But also, I'm going to be honest, my tastes change, my opinions change over time. After having a piece, after having that excitement, that initial excitement of pre-ordering and then waiting a year and then finally getting it in hand and then being able to appreciate it for a while. And then after a while, I'm like, I'm kind of ready to move on to something else. I think a lot of collectors are like that. But I'm not ever in the market just to make a profit. I could care less if I make money on it. I would love to get my money back at least. Or even if I lose $100 or so, I don't really mind. So a lot of people are saying, well, don't buy the bust because there's no resale. But I kind of beg to differ because, I look at my Batman bust and my Joker bust. Those are still highly sought after. And they're not going to be making a ton of these busts. So, and again, the level of detail has gone way up even since those sideshow busts came out. So I think there's always going to be some desire for that, especially just because people are so in awe of them. But again, it's the price. So if you're spending $2,500 on a bust, that might be harder to sell. I understand that because not everybody's in that market. But I look at the same thing with my 1/3 scales. If I sold Killer Croc or my Mr. Freeze or my Hush Batman, those are two big boxes that are going to have to be shipped. So it's harder to ship any large scale statue, whether it's half scale, whether it's 1/3 scale, whether it's life size. They're expensive and they're hard to ship. So I understand that. So to me, a bust is not that different than collecting the actual 1/3 scale stuff. That's just my opinion. Also, and to add on to all this, Queen Studio and Infinity Studio, I'm going to go back to them. They also showed the Batman and the Superman. I love both of those. I'm not a big fan of the tactical suit that Batman's wearing in that piece. It looks great, but I don't think I would buy it. It's a good price though. It's a really good price, but I don't think that that's one that I would necessarily get. The Wonder Woman is the one I have my eye on. But when it comes to Queen Studio, they have announced that they're going to do a lot more DC characters. They're going to do a lot more villains. So I'm thinking, okay, which characters would I want? Which ones would I really, really want? I would love to see Queen Studio do a Michael Keaton Batman. I would love to see a Nicholson Joker. Imagine. I would love to see a Danny DeVito Penguin or a Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer. In that whole realm. Even a Max Schreck would be kind of cool. I would love to see them do a Heath Ledger Joker again. I would love to see them tackle the Dark Knight and do a Christian Bale Batman. I would love to see a Two-Face or a Ra's al Ghul or a Scarecrow or even a Bane or Catwoman. I would love all of those. And all of those would indeed stay with my theme of the Batman statue collector. So all of that would be, again, a tremendous amount of money that I would have to try to figure out what I'm going to do. So I think what I might do is buy a couple of Marvel pieces. Just because the desire's there, the excitement's there for me. I know it doesn't fit my theme, but it's still something that I really am wanting. I just am excited about them. So what I'm thinking about right now is maybe getting the Thanos bust and maybe getting the Iron Man bust. I think that they would pair very well together. And I think I would be okay with that. And then if there's other pieces like Hulk or some of the other ones that come along, then maybe I could piece those together down the road if I have the money. Or if my collection has changed a lot, if I've sold some statues or moved some things around, I don't know. That would also then leave me some money to play around with whatever DC pieces might come out from Queen Studio. I know that not everybody loves these busts. I understand that. But again, they're speaking to me. It's what I have a passion for right now. Everybody always tells me, Chris, it doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter as long as you are happy with what you collect. Again, having this channel kind of muddies it a little bit because, again, I want to make sure I'm still collecting Batman items. And I will never stop collecting Batman items because they speak to me just as much as anything else does. And they're the characters that I relate to so very much. But at the end of the day, I do have to be happy with what I collect. I do want to feel good about spending the money because, again, this is a lot of money. And I'm fortunate enough to have made, through side jobs and things like that, I'm very happy to be able to collect all these things, without affecting my family or in any way. This is all separate from that. So, I'm not a guy that goes out and spends money on big cars or motorcycles or big fancy things. This is what I spend my money on. This is my passion. This is where I get my joy of coming up in this room and looking out and seeing what's behind this camera. That's what gives me a lot of joy outside of just being around my family. But this is kind of my escape. And so trying to justify this money, spending that money is difficult. Because I don't have an infinite amount. Yes, I have a lot saved to do this. But I don't have, I don't have an end amount. I mean, I do have an end amount of what I can spend. So I have to just be careful with that. So again, I kind of think what I've, after talking through this video, I think that that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably do Thanos. I'll probably do Iron Man. Kind of stop there for a while. And then kind of reassess. Those won't be out till the end of the year anyway or after. So I've got some time to sit on it. And with anything, you get the item in, you enjoy it for as long as you want to enjoy it, and then when you're ready to move on, you move on. And I think that's okay. I think that that's okay. If you're somebody that wants to collect and keep it forever, that's awesome. If you can do that. But I'm just somebody that I get excited about the new pieces that come out, and I think the quality and the craftsmanship and the art direction on these pieces continue to go sky high, as do the prices. I get why they do, but they speak to me, and these busts do. So I am in full bust mania right now. We joked about whether I should become the Bust Man Statue Collector BSC, but no, I'm not going to become the Bust Man Statue Collector. I am the Batman Statue Collector, and I will continue to be. I'm just going to have to be smart with my purchases, and but that in no way will make me stop collecting Batman, because that's where my true heart is. But I do want to be surrounded by some of these other amazing pieces too. I don't want to miss out, and I don't want to pay a lot. If I don't pre-order and I don't order these things, I worry about the prices, actually skyrocketing, and I do worry about that. So I'd rather pay retail now. I know I could shoot myself in the foot here and say, well, as soon as it's out a year, and then everybody's selling it for $600. I just don't see that happening. I don't see it happening with the quality. I know that not everybody has a space for these busts. Like that Thanos bust is going to take up a lot of room, but I have the room. I have the luxury of room in this room if need be. It doesn't mean I'm going to put them in here, but I have that option to do that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed me rambling on for nearly 18 minutes here, but this is just kind of me talking through it. I'm still trying to justify what to do here, of how to go forward with my collection, and I'm sure a lot of you have that same dilemma. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Please let me know if you've ever felt this way, if you ever aren't sure about what direction to take, or aren't sure whether to spend the money or not. Aren't sure about busts. Let me know what your thoughts are on busts. I would love to read all of them. I read every single comment that you guys do with every video if I can. And so I appreciate that so very much, because it's good feedback for me. And it's all part of this circle of goodness here that we have, this community that we've created. This all is special to me, and it lets us see how other people are feeling, because we are not alone in how we feel. I know for a fact I'm not alone in how I feel about this particular topic, or any topic as it relates to collecting. There's always these stresses and these dilemmas, and we've talked about them before on this channel, and we'll continue to talk about them because I think they're important to talk about. I don't think you should be in the shadows about any of this stuff. We have a very strong support system. This community is healthy and amazing. The people that I've met through doing this channel is just, I'm so fortunate to be part of this community, and I thank you guys so very much for being part of it as well, for watching these videos, for commenting, for liking the video, for sharing the video. All of that matters, because we are part of all of this together, and it just means a lot to me, and I'm hoping it means a lot to you as well. As always, guys, thank you again so much for letting me ramble for now nearly 20 minutes, so I'm still going. But anyway, thank you guys so very much. I appreciate it. I would appreciate your feedback. I would love to hear your comments down below. If you are not a subscriber to this channel, please click that notification bell. Please click that subscribe button. I love to have you all part of the Brotherhood of the Bat here. Means the world to me. As always, thank you guys so very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you right here in this very room in the Batcave. I can't hit the button. Nope, I still can't. I still can't hit the thing. Where's the record button? There, is it right there? Oh, it's right here. There it is, I think. Nope. Where is the dang? Okay, all right.